Shelby Rollins, and this is your free vocal tip of the week. Today I want to talk to you guys about eliminating strain in the voice, and I probably work on this with my students more than maybe any other single thing in their voice. And a lot of times that might go hand in hand with trying to find more range, because usually we encounter strain when we're trying to extend the range, when we're trying to sing high. Though it, however, can happen in any different part of your voice, whether it's the bottom, the top, right in the middle. The most important thing you want to think about in eliminating strain out of your voice is back off of the pressure you put on yourself to just hit the note and instead speak the note. So say you're talking about right around the transition point. That's typically a place for men and women alike that we encounter the most tension in the voice. Some people can sing loud and high up at the top, but right around the middle they're just really, really tight because your voice is transitioning from chest to head. So for a woman, most of the female first bridge happens around A, B flat B above middle C. And that's typically where in chest voice and a lot of songs live in kind of that belt zone right around there, that we end up pushing like a ma 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 ma, and you could even hear the tension and actually the dulling of the tone. So one thing we have to remember, train your ear to listen for how you say every note in your scale and the texture that's on that note as well. So if I went from a mum mum mum, which sounded all the same, to a ma, which is dull, more mouthy, heavy. I can feel the tension right here in my throat. My larynx is coming up really high. I want to think about having the same amount of pressure on the top note that I have on the bottom. So if I said mum, 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 I'm not putting pressure on myself to elongate the note, to sing it with a lot of, beautiful tone. I'm not trying to win a Grammy when I'm practicing by myself anyway. That's how I'm going to unlock my natural voice, for one, get the strain out of there, and get myself on the path to having the best tone I could possibly have that I am personally capable of in my potential. So instead of a mum, 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 I just want to hit an A. I want a mum, 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 mum. So I speak the word, and it sounds exactly the same on the top as it does on the bottom. Mum, 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 mum. And it may be whiny, but hey, it's eliminating strain. And like I said, that's your first step to getting the ultimate tone that you want, so that you can sing higher. Mum, 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 and they all sound exactly the same. I'm not feeling the pressure. I'm not putting the pressure on myself and getting anxious about it, but I trust that if I just back off and speak it a little bit more, note's going to come out and it's no big deal. You should speak it more than sing it, pretty much as a rule of thumb all the time.